Public Defender. The public defender is a public servant employed by the community and responsible for giving legal aid without cost to any person who seeks it and is entitled to it. It is his duty to defend those accused of crime until they are proved guilty by law. The case I'm going to tell you about concerns an ex-GI we represented on an unusual charge. Pete Norton was serving a short term at the county jail honor farm, a minimum security road camp where prisoners are trustees, unguarded and on their honor.
What's eating you, kid?
Nothing.
From the look on your face, it's plenty.
Don't bother me.
I've seen that look on guys before. Lots of times. You're, thinking of going over the hill, ain't you?
Not thinking I'm going.
Oh, you're off your rocker. You know what they'll do to you if they catch you.
They won't. At least not till I see a certain party.
Don't be a sap, Pete. You break out of here and they'll put you away for keeps.
Be worth it.
Pete Norton's best friend came to see me that very morning. Neither Don Henderson nor I were aware at the time that Pete had just staged a daring escape.
And so, Mr. Matthews, I'm sorry to bust in on you, but unless we do something, there's going to be a jailbreak.
What are you talking about?
Pete Norton is bound to bust out. I know it.
Well, why don't you go see the police?
Because you defended him, and I think you'll understand. You see, there's much more to this than you know about. Let me tell you the real story.
Then Don told me how he and Pete Norton had been in Korea together, and that Pete had saved his life under fire. The war over, they hadn't seen each other for 2 years, when one day Pete arrived at Don's house.
Oh, is this where Don Henderson lives?
Yes, sir. Who may I say is calling?
Pete. Pete Norton.
Pete? Pete Norton? You old son of a gun. Where have you been all this time?
I'll fight no war.
Come on in, Potter. Why didn't you write? I haven't heard a word from you.
Well, who writes letters? Thought I'd wait and say hello in person. How's
Oh, I don't even miss it anymore. Sit down, sit down. When'd you get in town?
This morning? Trying to get a fight at the local stadium.
Listen, I'll get you all the fights you want. I'll buy the joint for you.
From the looks of things, you can afford it. What'd you do, hold up Fort Knox?
No, I didn't have to. Not with all the money Grandfather left.
Boy, the only thing my father left me was a bunch of old bills.
Well, I'm glad I came down.
Ellen, this is Pete Norton. Pete, my sister. You remember
How
this
can I
is the...
forget? The man who saved your life in Korea. He's told me the story 1,000,000 times.
Aye.
After what you did for Don, you deserve more than that. Well, you know, Don's talked so much about you, I'd begun to think you were a myth.
Well, I hope I don't look like one.
No, you look very real.
Pete's going to be fighting at the stadium.
wonderful. I'll bring all my friends.
Well, that'll guarantee a full house.
You know, it's going to be kind of nice having a champion around.
Well, I wasn't planning on being champion. I just kind of thought I'd...
Sit down, Pete. Sit down.
You just thought what, Pete?
Oh, I thought I'd pick up a few dollars fighting. You see, I'm going back to school under the GI Bill. Finish out my physical ed.
School? Well, all you ever talked about was fighting. Now, what's this about?
Well, things have changed now, Don. Takes a long time to get to the top.
It takes a lot of backing, too, doesn't it? Now, what's the matter with you, boy? Don't you know that's where I come in?
Oh, but...
And no buts.
Suppose I can't make the top.
How can you miss? All you need is plenty of good food, some training, and the right environment.
Where are you staying, Pete?
Well, I figured on getting a room at the Y.
Oh, we wouldn't hear of it, would we, Don?
Well, of course not. You're staying right here.
Oh, I didn't figure on coming down here and moving in on you, Don.
Now, don't be silly.
Potter, have the West guest room prepared for Mr. Norton. He'll be staying with us.
Yes, miss.
You see, it's all settled. Go on, Potter will show you the room.
It looks like I'm outvoted. I don't know what to say.
Why, talk?
This way, sir.
I like your friend.
Yeah, I caught your act. Look, Ellen, Pete's a great guy. He's the kind that always deals from the top. Now, do me a favor and don't try and put him on a leash.
Why, don't be silly. I'm engaged, remember?
Well, hardly. It's been going on for so long. I just don't want Pete hurt, that's all.
Well, neither do I. He's a dream. I've got an idea. Let's give a party in Pete's honor and have him meet all our friends.
Oh, I don't think so, Ellen. Pete's not the social type.
Well, I'm sure everybody wants to meet the man who saved your life.
I don't know. Pete's not used to our crowd. I don't want him to feel out of place.
He won't. I'll see to that. I think I'll see if he needs anything. And there I was up to here in mud. Oh, excuse me. I have to rescue someone.
You're so funny.
Now, Sue, I just lent him to you for a minute.
Well, bring him back, will you? He's so different.
I want you to meet Judge Parkins.
I have to meet anybody else.
You don't have to meet anybody but me.
Interesting, isn't it, darling?
It's always amusing to watch my fiancée do a good show.
Looks as if she has a new leading man.
He hardly fits the part. Well, don't worry about him, Mona. I don't. He's just another novelty. Shall we, dance?
Don's suit looks wonderful on you.
I never thought I'd let a woman tell me what to wear.
Well, you better get used to it.
Why, it sure is peaceful out here. Never think there was such a thing as a war. Things sure can be beautiful.
You're just finding that out.
I don't know how you feel, Ellen, but I've never known anybody quite like you.
I've never known anybody like you, Pete.